Good afternoon, YouTube. DutyRon checking back in here with the quick video. I don't have much time, but I just wanted to come live and say hello to everybody. Okay. Oh, hello, Frog Eye Pusher. First one in. Good to see you. Hi, Ginger Locks. Hey, guys. Joey Brooklyn. What's up, Joe? How are we? How's everybody doing? Hi, Melissa. How are you? All right. So this is going to be a fast video. I'm going to do just quick. Hi, Angel. Hi, Melissa. Hey, Earthbound. How are you? Hi, guys. Good afternoon. Oh, Meg. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Hi, Lori. So I wanted to come live because at 3 o'clock, I figure everybody should be up. Everybody in America should be up at 3. So a lot of people complain that they always are sleeping when I go live late at night. Good afternoon. Hi, Laura Daly. How are you? All right. So listen, guys. Listen up. Today I want to talk quickly, because I only have 15 minutes about the church shooting in White Settlement, Texas. This was right outside of Fort Worth. A very small city, guys. A very small city. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Hi, Amanda. Amanda's blind and chronic illness life. Great to see you. Love and respect always from my house to yours. Joey Brooklyn, great to see you, my friend. Matty Boy Sully, everybody's piling in. I guess the notifications are working. Hi, Daphne. How are you? Happy New Year to everyone. Happy New Year. So listen, Urban Explorer, coming in all the way from over in the UK. Good to see you, my brother from another mother. Thank you for the help on the video stuff. I greatly appreciate that. All right. So on previous videos, I always say, hi, Jenny, thanks for the hearts. Gemma, great to see you. Congratulations on your monetization. Good to see you, Winky. Hi, Winky. Melissa's Reborn. Good to see you. Thank you. Gail Troxel's in the house. Michelle Vogel. Everybody. Oh, goodness gracious. We got a whole party going on here. So what I want to say is this. Okay, today's storyline is a hero grandfather who is a retired law enforcement. I think he spent some time in the FBI. I know he was a volunteer sheriff in his community. This guy looked to be in, I don't even know his exact age, but he's definitely in his late 60s, early 70s. I know he's a grandfather. I'm trying to do a little bit more research on him. But for me, it wasn't important about his age and what his background was. What I felt was important is this hero, basically in 6 seconds. Hi, Jamie. Good to see you. In 6 seconds, he took out the threat. He eliminated the threat in 6 seconds because he was a good guy with a gun. And I'm going to read to you really quick what I saw here, what I read today. Okay, White Settlement, Texas. Sunday's shooting at a West Freeway Church of Christ is one that put Jack Wilson in a position he says he hopes no one will ever have to be in. Jack Wilson, that's the hero who took the shooter out, was identified as one of the 2 church members who, within 6 seconds, helped to take down the shooter during the Sunday service. A video of the shooting, which was recorded on the church's live stream, shows people panicking. I saw it. I saw the video. It's not something I'd recommend anybody to go and watch. If you are suffering from PTSD, do not go and watch the video. Don't go and watch the video. And so this hero says, I don't see myself as a hero, Wilson said. I see myself as doing what needed to be done to take out the evil threat. That's the way I approached it. Like I said earlier, this is how I am processing this whole event. This is him speaking. Jack Wilson, who was running for Hood County Commissioner for Precinct 3, and he's running for Commissioner of the Police of Precinct 3, and is head of security of the church that took to Facebook to say thank you to those who sent their prayers. So, yes, Quinny, absolutely. The event at the West Freeway Church of Christ put me in a position that I would hope no one would ever want to be in their entire life. But he goes on to say, evil does exist, and I had to take out an active shooter inside my own church. This is coming straight from this guy. During a press conference, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton added that not only did Wilson shoot the suspect, but he also trained other members in the church how to shoot. So when you see that video, I've seen it, I've only watched it twice. If you see that video, you see not just the hero who took out the guy. Not only do you see Wilson, you see Jack and 3 or 4 other church members approach the front of the church with their weapons drawn. I have the video. If you want to see it, Michelle, I'll share it with you on a one-on-one video privately. But I don't know where you can find it. I saved it onto my phone. I saved it because I want to look at it to really for learning more, tactics. I go over it and I analyze it myself to make sure I know. It's a learning thing for me. It's not something I would look at for the gore factor or for the fear factor. I look at it as real life stuff. I'm always on Active Self-Protection. That's a great website for everyone to go check out here. It's actually a channel on YouTube, Active Self-Protection. I'll link it below in the description, Active Self-Protection. Hello, Simone. Good to see you. I haven't been looking at the chat, and I apologize. I'm trying to get a point across, so I'm going to go back and look at the chats, so I'll be right back to your messages. Anyways, the shooting claimed the lives of 2 victims, including Anton Tony Wallace, who was a deacon at the church and had just passed out communion when the gunman approached. They were giving out Holy Communion. He came in to the church and stayed for a great deal of the church time, and he got and received Holy Communion, and then pulled out a shotgun and proceeded to, in 6 seconds, wreak some havoc inside the church, and he wound up killing 2 people. But had those armed civilians not been in there, the armed parishioners had not been in that church, we would have been talking about mass casualties. However many rounds of shotgun shells he had on him, he would have taken out as many people as possible. We would have been talking about, God forbid, who knows how many casualties. So because of the quick response, and I always say this, ladies and gentlemen, a good guy with a gun is always going to be in a position to take out a bad guy with a gun. So for those of you who are on the side of, we should all not be armed, well, you're making yourself sitting ducks here in America and throughout the world. If you say to yourself, well, we just have to disarm everybody. Well, that's never going to happen. So bad guys are always going to get guns. And if you disarm the good guys, now you're going to be a sitting duck. Now, on to the next point. This guy suffered from lifelong mental illness. It's documented. It's a fact. His family said it. Law enforcement looked into it. He has been suffering from mental illness his whole entire life, the shooter. Okay, so mental illness is playing a factor, obviously, in this. But I told you yesterday on my video that law enforcement was going to go and extract all of his online social footprint. His electronic footprint was completely extracted, and it shows that he was Googling Hitler and how he killed Jewish people. He was Googling who Jewish owns the largest companies in America. He was Googling a lot of hate stuff. So this guy had, prior to him going and doing the shooting, he was Googling and researching a lot of things hateful towards the Jewish faith. He also Hold on.
Wrestles with bigger questions
Here.
about humanity. We have a congregation here of open-hearted people. We help people. We're here to help people. And to have something like this happen destroys my heart. He describes the church members who died at the gunman's hands as great men who were trying to protect others.
At least 2 armed parishioners who volunteer as security officers shot and killed the suspect, whose identity was not immediately released. Members of the congregation say they would return to church today and continue that Sunday service that was interrupted. 39 degrees, still lightly raining. The humidity.
Okay, so that was a live report. Again, so he had hate in his in his system. He had a deep hatred towards Jewish people. He also Googled where the closest synagogue was to him, and he did, he actively did some research. So there was intent there. There was hateful intent, and also a combination of mental illness. So that is a fact. Those are confirmed pieces of evidence. Pieces of the puzzle have been unraveled. And had there not been the armed security team in there praying and participating in church services, there would have been mass casualties, like as many as he could have gotten to. Because by the time someone called 911, by the time they dispatched a police officer, who knows? It's a rural community. I think it was a community of only 6,000 people. That location, I looked at the Wikipedia, and it was only like 6,600 population there. So I would bet that it's a very small sheriff's department that patrols that area. And if they were busy on another call or on the other side of town, you could talk about 8 to 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, and think about what he did in 6 seconds. What would have happened if 5 minutes elapsed? If he was able to do what he could do in 5 minutes inside that church, and that church was packed with 200 plus people. There was 200 people inside that church. So we could be talking about, mass tragedies. So I say kudos and thank God that there was an armed security team of numerous, parishioners in there. There was more than 2 that were armed. And the one guy, the retired FBI agent, took him out with one shot within 6 seconds from 25 yards. So, it reaffirms all the things that I've been telling you guys. Kim Francis, good to see you. Deco Paint and Tea. It reaffirms, and Joey Brooklyn can tell you right now. I have been saying this on Periscope. When I was broadcasting on Periscope, I have videos up. You could go and look at my replays on Periscope. I have, as long as 2 years ago, said we need to get armed security in our schools, in our places, houses of worship, in our shopping malls, in our in our arenas and venues where there's concerts. We need to shore it up sooner than later. And this is a prime example of this congregation shoring up their security and their safety by having armed parishioners who, if this guy didn't come in there, it just would have been another day. They go to church and they pray with their concealed weapon on them, and if nothing happens, they just leave and go home. But in a situation like this, you saw how these brave men sprung into action and addressed the threat and took him out within 6 seconds. That's amazing. 6 seconds. Over. Imagine if you had to wait even a minute or 2 minutes for the police to respond. Then the police, they're not even going to, they're going to respond, but they're going to have to assess the situation. So listen, I got to tell you, a good guy with a gun, I know the Democrats hate this. All of my Democratic constituents, I'm a Republican, but all of my Democratic constituents always say, we don't like that. We don't like a good guy with a gun is always better to have when you have a bad guy with a gun. Our Democrats on the Democratic side believe that everybody should be disarmed. And I don't agree with that. I don't agree with it for this reason alone, right here, for this reason alone. Anyways, let me scroll back and say hello to everybody because I got to sum it up and go inside. I got to go back in. It's very rainy here in New York. Very rainy here in New York. So it's like a real dreary, rainy day. Hi, Red Like Wine. Thank you for coming in, Nurse. Nurse Rhonda, thank you for coming in. My husband teach me how to shoot. Good. The bad guy will always have a gun, so better to have a good guy with a gun. Hello, Anna. Good to see you. Trisha, thank you so much for coming in. I agree. Most churches conceal carry. Well, Texas is, is gun friendly. It's a gun friendly state. In New York, it's, there's a lot of cops running around, retired and off duty that have weapons on them. So New York is also pretty gun friendly. It's got some of the most strongest gun laws. Hi, Mary Bailey Gates. Good to see you. So I apologize if I missed anybody's comments. Ron, my friend Frankie, who is NYPD school safety, says hello and he agrees with you. Thank you. Hello, Frankie. Stay safe out there, kiddo. Stay safe. Meglo, I see you came in. Thank you to all my Patreon supporters. I haven't shared this yet. I haven't shared this out yet, but I want to let you listen to a news conference where we have it's 30 seconds. So I'm only going to let you listen to the audio, but this is the Jack Wilson. This is the guy who took out the shooter, and here's 29 seconds. I'm going to take the mic off so you guys can hear. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Hi, Tracy. How are you? Let me see what Tracy said. Tracy, hey Ron, I am one of the few Dems that is always packing. Great, Tracy. And you know what? Whether you're Democratic or Republican, I still love you. Not you, Tracy. I'm just saying everybody. I don't mind. Politics I don't really get into, but I'm clearly, I told you where my side is, but I don't get involved in that hoopla. I have many friends. My sister is a Democrat. My dad, when he was alive, was a Dem. My mom was Dem. Anyways, let me let you listen to this guy. This is Jack. Jack Wilson. Let's listen to what he has to say. Stand by.
I see myself as a hero. I see myself as doing what needed to be done to take out the evil threat. That's the way I approach it. That is, like I said earlier, that's how I am, processing this whole event.
What are your plans for the rest of the day? I know there's a service tonight. Will you be there?
Oh, yes, I will. That is, in fact.
She asked him, "What is your plans for tonight? Will you be at service?" And he said, "Yes, I will. I will be at church services tonight." So that was him just basically being questioned by a reporter. I'll let you listen to it one more time.
A hero.
They called him a hero.
I don't see myself as a hero. I see myself as doing what needed to be done to take out the evil threat. That's the way I approach it.
I want to show you this guy.
Like I said earlier.
Hold on, I want you guys to see this guy.
I don't see myself as a hero. I see myself as doing what needed to be done to take out the evil threat. That's the way I approach it. That is, like I said earlier, that's how I am, processing this whole event.
What are your plans for the rest of the day? I know there's a service tonight. Will you be there?
Yes, I will. That is, in fact.
They asked him, "What are your plans for tonight? Will you be at service?" "Oh, yes, I will." I want to shake that guy's hand and buy him a scotch. Huh. Yeah, kudos to that guy, right? I mean, a guy rips out of under his jacket or under his clothing a full shotgun and shoots somebody right in front of him. In the video, you could see this guy pulls out a shotgun and shoots a guy dead right in front of this man, and he just boom. He punched his weapon down at the target, and he just calmly just popped off the round, and it was over. 6 seconds. I think it was under 6 seconds. So there you go, Gail. Listen, so let me just share this because I'd like to get it out on the replay. I'd like to get some people to view this. If any of you could share this into the DutyRon YouTube video share group, that'll help me save some time. I'm just going to share it onto Twitter right now. So let me tweet this out real quick. He has Addie's mom. He's got a long history of mental illness, the perpetrator, and he also, all of his electronic footprint was retrieved, and he was Googling a lot of stuff about Hitler and about Nazis and about killing Jews and just a lot of hate. He has a lot of hate on his computer. I am going to do a live about this. I'm going to wait until tomorrow. Actually, no, tomorrow is New Year's Eve. New Year's Day, I'm going to do a live about it. I'm going to compile all the info that I can get on this guy, and I'm sure a lot more information will become available. But basically, what I'm telling you here is pretty concrete. This is pretty much what it boils down to: mental illness and a deep hate for Jewish people. The guy definitely had a purpose. He Googled a lot of things. He wanted to know who was the most wealthy Jewish owned company. Like, you don't just Google that kind of stuff randomly. You need to have he was showing major intent and major hate. So thank you for posting. So I'm gonna send it out onto my Twitter real quick. Hold on a second, guys. Let me just tweet it. There we go. I'm done. Hi, Laura. All right, let me get to say some hellos to some people. If you're new here in the broadcast, please hit the subscribe button. I am, for those of you who don't know me, I am DutyRon, retired NYPD detective. I did 20 plus years in the, hold on a second, tweet. Actually, you know what? I have to withdraw. Thank you for someone just reminding me about that. I'm working on both of these cases here. I'm working on two different things. I was working on the stabbing that happened upstate in upstate New York, and that was the guy who Googled. So I'm going to withdraw that. Thank you, whoever just put that in there. I just saw that in the comments. I'm actually intertwining. I was going to talk about both of those things, but I did do two lives about both those incidents, the synagogue up in upstate New York. So I was intertwining that perpetrator. He was the one who did the research about the Jews. This guy, though, has a long history of mental illness, and he definitely was Googling a lot of different things on his computer that the law enforcement has taken out of his electronic footprint. They did it in both locations. But anyways, I just tweeted it out. I just sent it out on Twitter. But let me just say hello to a couple of people. Thank you, whoever reeled me back in. He was definitely Googling. I know that for a fact. But both of them, I got information before I went live on both of those cases. And they were both the perpetrators, the knife attack up in the synagogue upstate in New York. And also this guy was Googling a lot of hate. So again, thank you for posting the links, Winky Whispers. I want to just say a quick hello. And if anybody's new, let me know where you're watching from, your city, your state, your country, where you're watching from, and let me say hello to you and welcome you to the DutyRon family. So hello to everybody in here at this time. Jack's mom, thank you so much for being in here. Winky, thanks for putting out the links. Joey Brooklyn, thanks for moderating. Katie, I know you're here or watching on the replay. Black Rose, all the great ones. Sandy A7, good to see you. Thank you so much. There is my, oh, great. Hi, thanks, Pat. Thank you for that. Pat is up in Albany. Thank you so much for coming in. Camaro Pat is always a good friend and always in on the live stream. I appreciate that. Who else is here? Let's see. Patreon Pirate, Emergency Service Director here in South Georgia. Welcome in, man. Thank you so much for your service. Thank you for what you do. I greatly, greatly appreciate that. Much appreciation. Ghost Rider, hello. Good to see you. Thanks for joining, Ghost Rider. So yeah, we got a lot of people hanging on out with us here on a dreary Monday in New York. It's about 3:50. 350. Hello, Mav. Good to see you. Mav from Las Vegas, Nevada. Great to see you, Mav. Happy New Year to you and your family. And I sent you a message. I know you answered back. There's our great friend, Mav. She was in on my live stream when we were talking about her cousin. Guys, you all remember Mav from the broadcast I did. I was kind of like, had her up on a tripod, and her and I were going over the horrific case that involves her cousin, the murder of her cousin. So blessings to you, respect always, and a lot of love to you. Sent you a link about Epstein. Thank you, Pat. I'll take a look at it. Dreary day in St. Louis, says Lake Lizard. Hi, Shelly. How are you? Good to see you, Shelly C. Naboul over in France. Good to see you, Naboul. It's my first time catching one of your lives. Thank you, Alex. Thank you for coming in. I greatly appreciate you in on the live. Who else is here? Michelle Vogel's been here the whole time. Active self-protection. There it is. There's the link. Kathy from Texas, thank you so much. And she says, DutyRon, a glass of champagne for Mrs. DutyRon tomorrow night. Thank you so much. MJ McCrae, thank you for coming in. Great to see everybody. So this church shooting down in Texas was, again, a combination of mental illness and a lot of hate. And we will get, like I said, I'm going to wait 2 days to do another live about it. I'm going to compile all of the info that I get on this perpetrator. And we're going to have a lot of new information in the coming days. So yes, agreed, Trisha. Stay safe, everyone, and have a happy new year. So from my house to yours, I want to wish each and every one of you guys a very healthy, first and foremost, because without your health, we have nothing. A very healthy, happy, and prosperous 2020. We're coming into a new year. We're coming into a new decade. Listen, I want to just wish everybody health, first and foremost, and a lot of happiness. Listen, put 2019 behind us and put all the previous years behind us, and let's start fresh and new. And hopefully this year coming forward, we'll have a lot of good things happening and a lot of change. All I look for is little baby steps and change in the change department. I want to see us be more safe, more happy, and I need to just stay positive. That's the way I go about things. I want to stay nice and positive and try to make the best of what we have. Your health is your wealth. Very well said. Very well said. Your health is your wealth, says Melissa Sarah. Thank you for that. Chris 22. DutyRon, good to see you. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas. Your wife did a beautiful job on the tree. Thank you, Chris 22. You're so kind. You're sweet. Yeah, my wife does a really great job. Caitlin says, Happy New Year, DutyRon. See you next year. Timmy Beers, what's up, Tim? Good to see you, man. Julie, Happy New Year. Pat Clement says the same thing. Happy New Year. Amen to that. Firefly, happy blessed New Year. Joey Brooklyn saying hello to Mrs. Mick Jagger. Guys, I'm going to get out of here. I got to go back into the crummy office and do some work. I'm going to push some papers around, and I will see you on my next live. It'll be after the new year. So happy, healthy New Year. God bless you guys. Thank you for all your support. And if you're not following me or subscribed to me on my social media, hit the notification bell. Go to DutyRon.com. Go to my Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all one word, DutyRon, and subscribe. More importantly, to the YouTube video share group. If you're a content creator or if you're a watcher of good content creators, you want to join the YouTube video share group, because in there we'll be sharing my videos and all of the other great ones that we love to watch. So go on to Facebook and join up on the DutyRon YouTube video share group. And you won't be disappointed, because a lot of really cool content creators share their stuff in there. And it's a good way to get your notifications in case, as we all know, YouTube always screws up with the notifications. And I get the messages all the time. DutyRon, I got no notification from YouTube. You went live and I didn't get a notification. If you're in the YouTube video share group on Facebook, you don't miss it. Peace and love, guys. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you for all your kind words down below in the comments, on my email, in my social media DM inbox. They blow up all the time with a lot of great comments. I'll see you guys soon. I'll see you next year, 2020. I'll see you next year, guys. A lot of love. Peace from DutyRon. Ciao for now.